my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim, back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. So I finally have a collection of all the Hareem Al Sultan oils by Khadlaj and their EDP. So I have the Hareem Al Sultan Gold, I have the Hareem Al Sultan Silver, Hareem Al Sultan Blue, and of course my favorite, which is the EDP. Now if you guys know me, you know I'm not very big on oils, right? Like it's just the whole, let's just say I like I'm not like I it's just my personality to do everything in a hurry. It's just me, it's just me, right? I literally need to grab and go everything, and using a perfume oil is a luxury for me. So when I really have time to myself, when I'm really like calm and patient, you know me, patience is not in my character, my, what do you call it, the core character doesn't contain patience. When God was making me, he forgot. Patience is like, oops. So yeah, perfume oil is not something I just gravitate towards. I have a lot of perfume oils, especially from Khadlaj, but unfortunately I do not gravitate towards them. I do like to use them once in a while along with my lotion. It's just easier to use, just put a few drops in your lotion before you use it, and it just gives you such a warm, beautiful, I mean, you have to try it to understand, like because your body is constantly giving out heat, and the release of the perfume is like, because it's from all over your body, right, once you use the lotion. Of course, be careful if you're allergic to perfumes and everything. You need to do a patch test and everything, right, guys? I should not be saying all this because I'm not a dermatologist, but like this is just common sense kind of a thing. So let's start with the first one, which is the OG, which is the Hareem Al Sultan. Doop, doop, doop. That's the one. It's very pretty. The bottle, it looks like it's light, but it's very heavy, right? So there are a lot of fakes going around the market right now, especially with Hareem Al Sultan, because it is a popular fragrance. If you know, you know, it got TikTok viral, and unfortunately a lot of people started duping it. Duping, not really duping, let's just call it imitating it, like they're actually releasing the exact same bottle and placing it in the market. But there are a lot of differences that I've seen, at least in the pictures online. First of all, you see this gap over here, this gap, that's not there. Secondly, when you hold the bottle, you'll know the bottle is very heavy. It's not cheap metal, it's not like a thin metal or something, and it'll not bend. It's not one of those metals that'll just like you press it and it'll bend. And there are a lot of other things as well that you can see. The box has a holograph sticker. The cellophane has like original written on it, like diagonally. And yeah, it's just the bottle itself, you'll know it's heavy. Okay, let me not talk about how original things are and not. Now let me tell you how this Hareem Al Sultan Gold smells like, right? It got popular because initially it smells of gummy bears. It literally smells like Haribo packets when you open it, and you know that whiff you get initially of mixture of all the gummy bears? It smells like that in the opening. What made this perfume viral was that the opening is just like Haribo's gummy bears. The thing is, the opening is like that. Like for the first 15 minutes, you'll feel the Haribo gummy bears kind of smell. Then it starts moving on to florals, which stays for the majority of the perfume journey, and finally settles down to a musk. So because this perfume changes so much, it transitions so much, and I've noticed a lot of Khadlaj oils, they change like this a lot, so the perfume is not linear. It's dynamic, but to an extent that it literally becomes 3 different perfumes when you're wearing it. So it is interesting. This retails for around $35, which is not bad. Oh, I just put it on my nose. Okay, I'm going to be smelling Hareem Al Sultan all day now. The top notes are bergamot, jasmine, peony, middle notes of pineapple, plum and peach, and the base notes of musk, sandalwood and patchouli. So yeah, in the opening I guess it's the peach, plum, pineapple mostly, and the bergamot, which is giving off that gummy bear vibe. It's definitely synthetic fruits, which is why you feel like it smells like gummy bears, right? The florals, they don't smell like jasmine. They have only written jasmine and peony. But to my nose, it doesn't smell like any specific floral. It just smells like a very, very perfumey floral. But the musk is a very typical musk that Khadlaj uses, right? You can just identify it. So when the musk starts coming in, you just know this is that slightly fruity musk that Khadlaj uses. There's one more thing I need to say about perfume oils, right? It changes on everybody. So on everybody's skin, it's going to smell a little different. I mean, I've even heard some people say that they get a little bit of menthol from this perfume. Now, I don't know if you've got a fake or what, but mine doesn't even have like a slight bit hint of. But I know a lot of patchouli, sometimes it can come across slightly cold, and maybe that's why you feel it's menthol. But definitely not menthol. Like a coolness is there, but not into my nose at least. It's not like that, right? I don't think oils need to be macerated. Literally, you put it on your pulse points, or like I said, put it in your lotion. That's like the best way. That's not the Middle Eastern way, by the way. In Middle East, you just take the oil, you put it behind your ears like that. You put it on your pulse points. Some of them even put it behind the ear, your pulse points. But some people actually, like me, how I used to use perfume was I would just take it on the palm of my hand, rub it, and just rub it all over myself. But the most important part was putting it a little bit in your hair. So once the oil is like slightly left over after you've used it everywhere, I would just like rub my hair with it, and that's something that would give off like a very, very beautiful scent bubble around me. So use it your way. There's no rules to use perfumes. There's no rules to, whatever works for you, right? Hareem Al Sultan Gold, according to me, it's a unisex, yes, but I would rather have a female wear this because it's a very feminine scent. It's a fruity floral, but in a very dainty female way, a feminine way, feminine way. I think you can wear this all weather, all day during daytime, right? In the evening also, because it transitions to floral and musk, also I feel it's fine to wear. So yeah, I would give this an all day, all weather. It has no Middle Eastern vibe, so it has no oud, no nothing that makes it smell like, although it has a very strong musk, doesn't smell Middle Eastern at all. The projection of all the oils, let me tell you in advance, they're going to be very intimate projection, right? It's not going to project like crazy 3-4 feet. No, it's going to be like maximum 1 feet or maximum 2 feet, depending on how much you're wearing. And the longevity as well, I feel like people say, oh my gosh, like oils like last all day. No, for me, this one smells like for 6 hours because it transitions, right? Yes, the gummy bear phase is the one that projects the most. Then the florals, and then the musk becomes very, very intimate. And yes, the musk will stay like 24 hours, but very like close to the skin, like literally when you smell like that. But 6 hours is where you can actually smell the perfume, then you need to top it off. I would prefer topping this off every 4 hours. My rating for this is an 8 out of 10. Just because, okay, I'm going to come to that. Okay, let me just tell you. Just because there's an EDP version of this, to be honest with you, I'd rather use this one, right? So this is an 8 out of 10 for me, just because of the format. And secondly, yes, I do not gravitate towards it as much as I would want to, just because it's in an oil format. And the celebrity I want to give this to is Lily Collins. Yeah, it's very her, very like peppy. Should I do the EDP first since we are doing side by side? I really wanted to do all the oils first, but let me do the EDP. Now, the EDP I can spray it on myself because we're in summer right now and it's perfect to wear this. Oh my gosh. So this is a little less gummy berry. It still has that gummy bear smell, but it smells more of, those erasers we used to get in our childhood. They used to be white in color, normally like a rectangle. I'm going to try and put a picture over here. Like a rectangle, it would have graphics, and usually it used to be some Marvel character for some reason, Spider-Man or Superman or somebody. And it used to have this peculiar, beautiful fragrance in it. It was a fruity floral again, and I used to love that scent. There's a perfume by Montal, which is called Mukhallat. It has a very prominent note of that. So it definitely has strawberry, which is very, very prominent in Montal, yeah, the Mukhallat. In this one, however, although they've not listed the strawberry, it does have some synthetic fruits combined with some florals. Let me tell you the notes and you'll see how different the notes are from the oil. The top notes for this are rose and bergamot, middle notes of nutmeg, jasmine and amber, and the base notes of agarwood, sandalwood and patchouli. So I do feel like this one resembles Montal's Mukhallat a lot. But Mukhallat, by the way, is a dupe of a Middle Eastern, what do you call it? Accord? Or not accord, perfume oil. Like many mukhallads over here, they smell like. The mukhallad just means like a mixture, a blend, right? That perfume also, although it smells very much like that eraser, the vintage eraser, it's still a very, very Middle Eastern perfume. Same goes with this one. It opens synthetic fruits to flowers to musk, same as the perfume oil, but the composition is different, so they don't smell alike. But yes, when you use these two together, it's like best of both worlds. You'll get the best scent bubble. You'll get like longevity will be insane, because the longevity of this one is like crazy, crazy, right? I've used up quite a bit of this one because I do like this perfume a lot. As a matter of fact, I'll probably carry this with me to work today. Now, if you just want to choose either one of these two, this one is more fruity, it's more pronounced. This one is more mellow. So this one smells like gummy bear. Florals, like perfumey floral and musk. This one smells slightly doll head, not clay, not like the Play-Doh, right? Slightly doll head, like slightly plastic, and I'm feeling that because of that eraser, but also because some of the vintage toys used to smell like that. When you open the box, especially dolls, the doll head used to have some perfume in it, and that perfume was like something similar to this. And the florals also, they're more pronounced in this one than the Hareem Al Sultan. So this is more mellow. This turns slightly more floral than fruity as opposed to the oil. Although they've mentioned agarwood in this, I can't really smell the agarwood. It is just a very beautiful blend. They've added agarwood, I'm sure, in perfumery. I'm not a perfumer, so I don't know how it works. But you don't have to smell a note for it to be there, right? It's the blend that you create, which mixes with each other and creates a certain scent that we like or don't like, right? So in this, the agarwood is not pronounced at all. So if you're getting scared that this will be a very oudhy perfume, it's not at all. You can't individually detect the oud at all. This to me again is all weather, all day. It smells more mature than the Hareem Al Sultan oil. Now this one I would say is more unisex, because although this does lean very feminine, I would prefer a woman to wear this. Like, I can't imagine Ali wearing this. The projection for this is like 3 feet and the longevity is 7 to 8 hours. Initially I'd given this a rating of 8.5. I'm gonna make this a 9 out of 10 right now. I'm getting very tempted to give this a 10 out of 10 because like the more I use it. Also, by the way, like this one, although it came very macerated, you know, Khadlaj perfumes, they don't like just release their perfumes. They go through a maturation process. The ingredients also have been maturing for a very, very long time, and then they actually bottle it and use it. So normally Khadlaj perfumes, they don't need maceration. But this one, I can tell you, it has changed quite a bit, which is normal for all the perfumes, you know. Once that air comes inside, like the juice will change a little bit. And the celebrity I want to give this to is Emma Stone. So you see, like lily colored Emma Stone, you know the kind of vibe it's giving off? Let's do the Hareem Al Sultan Silver. Look at how pretty the bottle is. Yeah. Again, very heavy. And the bottles are like identical. Yeah. They're the exact same size, exact everything. So if you get these bottles and they're different shape, different everything, one of them is a fake, you know? But anyhow, the silver doesn't have like a lot of fakes going around. You know what I like about oils is this when you take it out and you do that. You know, you know, small things make me happy like this. Now, this is a stark opposite to the Hareem Al Sultan Gold. This is completely going towards nocturnal florals. I wish this bottle, you know, not the bottle, but the metal, I wish this was black metal with the pink studs on it, you know. It would have been like the perfect packaging for this bottle, this perfume. Because when you smell this, the florals are quite indolic. Okay, now everybody who asks me, Seamin, when you keep saying indolic, what is it? So, okay, the explanation is not very nice. Okay, maybe if I tell you, you'll get a little turned off. But listen to me. You know, ambergris is a note that comes out of the whale poop, right? There are a lot of things that come out of poop, okay? But it's not like feces. It's like a chemical that comes out from there, you know? Rare, very, you know. So, indoles is a chemical that comes out of feces. I can't believe I'm explaining this, and I know it's gonna sound bad. That's why I'm just like, okay, let me be mature, okay? So it's a chemical that comes out of the feces, and I know I'm smiling, so But that indole adds like a little bit, not a fecal scent, but it's an animalic scent, yeah? And that animalic scent is present in some of the white florals especially. And when that little note is there, you will know. Sometimes jasmine smells very airy, but sometimes the jasmine starts smelling slight bit animalic. And you will know, you'll feel the jasmine is very heavy and thick, not the light airy one. So indolic, when I say indolic, it has that little slight animalic touch to it. No, it's not gonna smell fecal. Sometimes it does actually, but it smells like a part of like a it's you will know, okay? When you'll smell something indolic, now after explaining to you, you'll probably pay more attention to white florals and you'll notice if it's like an airy floral or if it's an indolic floral, yeah? So this one is most definitely indolic. The top notes for this are bergamot, rose and white musk in the opening. Middle notes are rosemary and ylang ylang. And the base notes are sandalwood, amber and frankincense. Now you will ask me, Seeming, why is this indolic? Because this has no white florals in it. I don't know where that indolic nature is coming from, but it is slightly indolic, slightly animalic. Because I can't say animalic because when you say animalic, it's a completely different note. But when you say indolic, it's a different one. Yes, this perfume definitely opens very, very musky and floral. Again, I can smell ylang ylang, little bit, but I cannot identify rose. It kind of smells like a garland, not even like a bouquet. It smells like a floral garland that is used in Asian countries, especially like in India and Pakistan, you know. You make garland out of roses and then it has some white florals in it as well. I don't know what that white floral is called. I'll put a picture of it. I used to think that's a narcisse flower, but that's not the narcisse flower. It's called something else, but I'll put a picture of it over here. So normally you have the rose and dark rose and this thing combined together along with some yellow florals. I know you can't relate, right? Because obviously you've not worn that garland. But trust me, for us, like in weddings, they're like just like throwing garlands on everybody. So let me rewind and go back to explaining this perfume. Dark rose, this white floral. If you smell this flower, you'll know. Slight hint of bergamot. It's not citrus at all, but it has a little something going on with the bergamot. The rosemary is giving a slight aromatic note, but doesn't smell like rosemary, like a fresh rosemary. Again, because it has rosemary and the frankincense, it has this aromatic cooling nature, like slight bit, I don't want to say like an apothecary kind of smell, but yeah, a little bit of an apothecary smell. And then in your dry down, and then you have your ylang ylang, your sandalwood and amber. It's a beautiful blend. Like, to be honest with you, how, if you want to describe it in like the most basic term, it is a amber musky floral. It's actually amber floral musk. So it's a predominantly a musk perfume with floral and a slight bit of amber. That's how it smells like. Which also has a slight indolic background, which also kind of makes floral smell nocturnal. I feel like most of these nocturnal flowers are heavy on indoles, you know. This to me is an 8.5 out of 10 for sure. This is like very, very feminine. It's a floral musk. Like this cannot be, I know a guy can wear this, but in layering only along with some woody notes, you know. The projection again is very, very intimate, and the longevity of this oil I would say is like 5 to 6 hours. 6 hours depending on your skin chemistry, depending on the temperature outside and everything. It might like pull through to 6 hours, but I would say this is like 5 to 6 hours. And the celebrity I want to give this to is a young Helen Mirren. Have you seen how hot she was when she was young? I mean, she's still hot, but yeah, I would think she would smell something like this. Like very dark floral, but very feminine. Now the last one is Hareem Al Sultan Blue. That's how it looks like. Oxidized metal with these blue studs, blue stud on the top as well. This again is a fruity musk, but I would say this is like a citrus fruity musk. Man, you know what this smells like? The moment I smelled this, I was like, I know exactly what this is. This smells like, you know, the lemon sherbet candy. You get the lemon sherbet. You know what lemon sherbet is? Okay. Lemon sherbet is also a flavor in Baskin Robbins for ice cream. It smells like lemon sherbet. It smells like that yellow candy that we used to suck on as children, you know. It's the same smell. It's insane. The opening at least It's so sweet. It's like candy sweet with lemon. Lemon candy. Okay, let me not give fancy names like lemon sherbet and all that. Lemon candy. Top notes are citrus, nectarine, and fruity. Middle notes are jasmine, gardenia, and freesia. And the base notes are woody, musky, and amber. The lemon candy with that nectarine smell, it lasts for about 30 minutes and then your florals come in. The florals are very strongly white florals, although they have said freesia as well, but jasmine and gardenia are like very, very prominent in this. And in this perfume, you can identify the jasmine and gardenia. But despite of the florals coming in, the lemon candy still remains in the background. Like till in the whole perfume journey, you can still smell that lemon sherbet candy, you know. The dry down of this perfume is what is like the most beautiful thing ever, because it leaves you with a sweet lemon floral musk. It's all, so it's slightly like edible as well because of that lemon candy smell, because it's such a sweet lemon, but then you have your florals and musk which are very like warm and comforting. Again, this perfume smells very nostalgic. I feel this entire range they have made, I'm sure like Mr. Mohammed Iqbal, who's the perfumer for these oils, I'm sure he has created these like a long time ago, because I know he's been selling these, but not like maybe in a very commercial way and the commercial bottles and everything like this. Initially, probably just formulations, because these do remind me of nostalgia. And if you guys are going to ask me to rank my favorites from this, I cannot. They are too different from each other. This is too like gummy bear and everything. This is the one which was viral, right? The Hareem Al Sultan Gold. This one is a floral and indolic at that, you know. So no way you can compare this to any of these. And then this one is a very lemon nectarine kind of scent, which is very, very sweet, almost smells like candy. So no, all three of them are very different categories for me to compare them. They can't even be flankers to each other, except for the fact that the musk in the base is the exact same musk that Khadlaj uses. That's their signature musk. You could say this one is unisex, but I would rather have a female use it. Like, or this entire range, except for the spray, I feel a man can pull it off. But the oils, I really feel it's meant for females to use. Like, it's very, very feminine. Men can use this as layering, so you can use this as a base and then spray your favorite perfume, and it will give you like a very different vibe. People will never understand what you're wearing. Think of your favorite perfume like, I don't know, like Blue de Chanel or something, and then you layer one of these perfumes on your skin. People are going to not understand what you're wearing. I mean, layering combinations with these are like unlimited, right? Hareem Al Sultan Blue is more of a spring summer. I would rather have it during daytime as well. No Middle Eastern vibe again in this, not at all. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10 because this is the least used of mine. Yes, it's very nostalgic and everything, but I'll probably just wear this at home. The projection for this is very, very intimate, and the longevity again for this one will be 5 to 6 hours. And the celebrity I want to give this to is Emma Myers. So those were all your Hareem Al Sultan variants. Now you know that literally, let me try and not drop them and hold them nicely. The 3 oils and the Hareem Al Sultan EDP. These are the only ones available by Khadlaj. All the other Hareem Al Sultans you're seeing on the market are not the Khadlaj products. They are not the original Hareem Al Sultan. They are just using the name Hareem Al Sultan, and the perfume is something else. So please, you might love the other perfumes, you might love the other dupes and stuff, but those are not associated with Khadlaj originals. So I also like kind of wanted all the oils because I wanted to tell you all the differences, but I also kind of wanted to tell you because I know a lot of people are getting duped with fake stuff. So this was just for clarity purpose as well. So I hope you've learned something from this. I hope you can take away something from this. The safest way of purchasing something which is original would be from their website, but I know that their shipping charges are quite high right now, but they're sorting it out. This is what Khadlaj keeps telling me again and again. We're sorting it out because I know the supply is a bit tough, but right now they're sorting something out, especially for the US market. So stay tuned for that. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.